Hey guys, Ryan's here. Have you ever encountered people who love to procrastinate? Whether it is in the workplace, among friends, or even within your own family. And how could you judge them? Lazy, lack consumer skill, or perhaps you are a procrastinator. But have you ever wondered what goes on in the mind of this procrastinator? Today, through the book Procrastination, why you do it, what to do about it now, I will explain 5 inner thoughts of these individuals, some of which you may have never considered. And hopefully, I will give you a fresh perspective on procrastination. Let's get started now. The author believes that procrastination is a complex psychological issue. The emotional root of procrastination involves various inner feelings. How can we distinguish between genuine procrastination and merely postponed tasks due to time constraints, or our naturally laid back and easily linked choice? This differentiation is crucial. Some people enjoy a busy lifestyle and find confidence in the intense pressure it brings, and they may not consider procrastination to be a significant problem. They are like superheroes, fiery in the chaos. On the other hand, some individuals prefer a more relaxed way of life. They may take longer to complete tasks and do not experience excessive pressure, like the snow moving at their own pace but still getting things done. Some people deliberately choose to procrastinate in order to give themselves more time for reflection, decision-making, or focusing on attention on the most important matter. The different attitude and responses towards procrastination emphasize that whether it becomes a problem depends on individual perspective and context. These individuals are often professionals who tend to measure their self-worth solely based on their ability and performance. They link the completion of a task with their self-value. Sometimes they believe that they must either finish something in one go, or not to do it at all, or that everything should be done by themselves. If they can't meet their self-imposed high standard, they feel unworthy of respect or admiration. They have a background in procrastination. These achievements of self-worth lead them fear failures or imperfection, and they choose to procrastinate as a means of self-protection and avoiding facing such setbacks. This way, even if their performance falls short of expectation, they can say, "Well, I could have done better if I had started sooner, and give myself more time to do it." They are those completed necessary tasks to prevent being judged as failures, thus maintain the illusion about their ability and finding self-confidence. For them, it is easier to endure self-praise from being messy, lazy, and uncooperative than perceive themselves as incompetent and worthless, which is their deep-rooted fear of failures. It can ease by procrastination. Does it sound strange? To be precise, they fear the change that success can bring, and they are often unaware of this themselves. Most individuals who fear success actually want to do things well, but their unconscious anxieties work against them. A person may worry that excelling at work will lead to more responsibility. Will people's expectations increase? This is like a higher jumper who diligently trains for months, and when you finally break the record and jump higher than you ever have before, what do? They raise the bar. Sometimes they also think that success is dangerous, someone will get hurt. A lady in the book shares her example for earning more and more commission through her self-job. However, instead of continuing to strive, she started procrastinating at work because she was afraid of telling her husband that she was earning a lot of money, fearing it could hurt his self-esteem. There are other examples of fearing success, and they all choose procrastination as a way to protect themselves, and avoid fearing the consequences of success. People who are particularly sensitive to feeling controlled may not appreciate any rules and receive other demands on them, and procrastination becomes a way of them to regain a sense of control. They measure their self-worth based on their sense of individual independence. They see procrastination as a declaration of their autonomy, expressing to others, "I'm a person in my own right. I can act in the ways I choose for myself. I do not have to go along with your rules and your demands." Rather, this is the work deadlines imposed by a boss, the subject forced upon you by presence, or the household chores demanded by your wife. The last item resonates powerfully with me. These rules and demands restrict their sense of self and make them feel constrained, squeezing their pre-existing sense of self. procrastination becomes a strategy in this battle. It becomes a means of competing for control, respect, and independence. They use this approach to resist constraints and maintain their sense of independence, believing that they are living life on their own terms. People who fear separation derive great security from maintaining close relationships with others. It stems from an inner need driven by anxieties, as they feel a lack of security and an inability to survive in society on their own. This mindset is not solely rooted in the need of companionship, but also arises from a lack of self-integration. They lack confidence in living an independent life. For example, students may postpone their thesis deadlines because they are unwilling to let go of their reliance on universities, or unwilling to depart from their methods. Similarly, when faced with the prospect of leaving their first serious partner who generously cares for them, they may procrastinate the decision due to hesitation. Does this remind you anymore? Procrastination becomes their way of shipping themselves in a pitiful and desperate stage, ensuring that someone will come to their rescue. Unless you are part of someone else and they are part of you, they won't feel fulfilled. These individuals believe that maintaining distance from others will make them more at ease. As soon as someone may approach them and encroach upon them, their alertness immediately heightens. Procrastination becomes their means of escape. Sometimes, when you procrastinate on going on a date, this is because the wound from past relationship has not healed yet. Or after getting close to someone, you are worried that you will have as many demands and judgment towards them as you do towards yourself. Who will still be with you after knowing this side of you? As long as you don't get entangled in intimate relationship, you'll never have to answer this question. The various outcomes of getting close to people also touch upon your psychological comfort boundaries. Procrastination becomes a way to maintain those psychological comfort boundaries. After reading these contents in the book, I have gained a deeper understanding of procrastination and have truly enjoyed the process of exploring my knowledge. What type of people are you? I hope that you have also learned something and enjoyed it in the radio. In the next video, I will be sharing the remaining contents from the book on how to overcome procrastination. So, please subscribe to this channel and leave comments so that you will be notified of the upload times from these videos. As I may also procrastinate, who knows? Regardless, I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.